So starting a YouTube channel at 40 was not on my vision board. At 20, I thought I'd had life figured out. At 30, I thought I'd at least be rich. And 40, I did not think I would be sitting in front of a camera, talking to strangers on the internet, trying to figure out lighting, thumbnails, and why I suddenly care about click-through rates. Yet, here we are. And if you're starting over in your 30s or 40s, first of all, welcome. Secondly, this is some humbling ass character development. And I think what nobody prepared women for is the grief that follows, with the timeline you thought your life would follow. You thought marriage, stability, family planning, retirement plan, matching patio furniture, or maybe a husband who grills on Sundays and leaves you alone. Very normal dreams. Instead, some of us got trauma, bad relationships, debt, career pivots, and situationships that should have required legal documentation. People love inspirational quotes about starting over. Like, your new chapter is waiting. Bloom where you're planted. Now, sometimes you're trying to bloom while your checking account is on life support. Sometimes you're starting over while raising kids. Sometimes you're still rebuilding after heartbreak. And sometimes you're reinventing yourself while still working a full-time job. For me, I had to rebuild more than people realize. I had to rebuild confidence, finances, career direction, identity, and boundaries. And I had to stop defining myself by chapters that had already ended. And that's hard. Especially when the world keeps asking why you're not further along. Meanwhile, you're privately rebuilding things people never saw break. And somewhere in all of that, I realized I had stories, lessons, mistakes, wisdom, and honestly, opinions. A lot of them. And I kept thinking, if I'm learning these lessons the hard way, maybe there are other women who need someone to say, you're not behind, you're rebuilding. And let me be honest, starting a YouTube at 40 feels wildly unserious some days. I'm learning editing apps made by teenagers, fighting with ring lights to save my life, and using these old wired iPhone microphones, and Googling how to upload a thumbnail like I'm defusing a bomb. Meanwhile, Gen Z is out here editing cinematic masterpieces on their lunch break. But here's what I want women to understand. Your life is not over just because it didn't turn out like you expected. Starting over is not failure. Reinvention is not embarrassing. And building something later in life is not embarrassing. It's brave as hell. So yes, I'm starting a YouTube channel at 40. I'm writing books, building a business, raising a son, reinventing my life and figuring it out as I go. And if you're doing the same, subscribe, because we're going to talk about all of it. The money, the healing, the reinvention, the mistakes, the wins, all of it. And as always, remember, stay unbrawd and unbothered.